Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. It's time for a movie review. Today, we're talking about Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. Today, we're going to be talking about Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. This is
Jelani, Bullard.
This is
Brooks.
And this is going to be spoiler-free at first, but then we're going to get into full spoiler territory. We'll let you know when we do. All in all, first initial spoiler-free thoughts, I really liked this film. I thought it was great. I know a lot of people didn't really like Last Jedi. I personally did like Last Jedi. It's got some pacing issues for me. This movie paced brilliantly. I really like it. All the story stuff that happens, it makes sense to me. I think the characters are the strongest they've been in either of these three movies. Overall, I liked it, and I would say that regardless of what you thought about any of the previous Star Wars films, if you consider yourself in any kind of way a Star Wars fan, you deserve it to yourself to watch this movie, because it is a very, to me, grandiose and majestic ending to a saga. And I thought it completely sold me on it. Jelani, spoiler-free thoughts. Generalize. What do you think?
All right. Well, you're gonna mark my words. I like this film. I like this film a lot. Yeah, they're gonna say it's like a lot of fan service. It's a lot of this and a lot of that, but it's the final film. And they pull out the stops. Now, this should have been, I think, split into two films, because I think it's too much to tell me in this movie. Now, it is paced well, and you go from scene to scene to scene to scene very quickly. But I enjoy that. That's the pace I want for my Star Wars movie. Yeah. I don't want slow, boring car chase like Last Jedi, because I don't like that movie. Oh, you should know I don't like that movie.
Yeah, Jelani didn't like Last Jedi, but you like this one.
I love this film. And I don't think I need a second watch to know that. I mean, I'll watch it again. So, I mean, all in all, I like that film in general.
All right. Brooks, overall, spoiler-free, what'd you think about Rise of Skywalker?
Oh, I hated it. I'm just kidding. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. And I did enjoy Last Jedi a lot, too. And on the rewatch, I think Last Jedi is still a good movie, and a good Star Wars movie, in my opinion. And I think this really it brought the trilogy to get this
trilogy of trilogies.
The last part of this trilogy of trilogies to a satisfying end. I don't think any of this fan service felt like out of place or just there for the sake of being fan service. It all served the story. It felt a little rushed. It kind of felt like Revenge of the Sith in that way.
Okay,
like they're trying to like. So many things were happening, some things are bound to fall, in between the cracks.
I got you.
But, I mean, I don't think this is the kind of thing that would, affect anyone's enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah. Well, all three of us like this film. And if you would have told me earlier today, hey, Robbie, all three of y'all are going to have the same opinion of this film, I'd been like, damn, is this movie going to suck? Because I did not think you would like it.
I didn't think
I was getting nervous because there are a lot of bad reviews and just people talking smack, people sharing spoilers. Alicia, for instance, had the movie spoiled for her. I didn't have any of this stuff spoiled.
I read all the leaks.
I called some of it. Speaking of spoils, that is our spoil-free review. If you haven't watched the film, you don't want spoilers, now's the part where you stop watching because we're about to get into spoiler territory. So once again, spoiler warning. Do. It'd be cool if there'd be words there that would pop up with sound effects, but there's not. So that's why I did it. But anyway.
Do it the cheap way?
Yeah. Here are my... Okay, let's talk first of all.
Baby Yoda's the Last Jedi.
Okay, so Rey to me, let's start with Rey. Rey to me is probably the most impressive and most awesome and most badass Jedi shit we've seen in a Star Wars
I think this
movie.
is the most Rey-centric movie. Really.
Yeah, it really is.
Like it's a lot of her stuff. I think like one of the weaknesses of The Last Jedi was that the Rey parts were so good, but then the rest kind of paled a lot in comparison. I think.
Yeah, the casino planet stuff.
Yeah.
I really like Poe Dameron's journey.
Yeah, even Poe stuff is kind of overshadowed.
I feel like there's a little not enough of Poe in this film.
There should be Poe.
But there's a shit ton of stuff.
I like that the three of them, Finn, Ray, and Poe, are together a lot.
And they're friends, and they bicker like friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You really feel the chemistry there.
Yeah,
the camaraderie. It's really cool. So I know that you were someone that was disappointed by some of the revelations or pseudo-revelations about Rey in the previous film, because once again, spoilers. But are you happy with this idea that she's actually the granddaughter of Palpatine, and that's why she's got this connection so strongly to the Force? Because in this movie, she's doing crazy ass shit.
Yeah, she's flipping like out of control. Now, a lot of people called her Mary Sue at some points, and now it is explained why she is so awesome. And I get it. This is the best Rey has been in all three movies. They finally humanized Rey. They finally made Rey a character that you could actually root for.
Yeah. Like
for me. I wanted to root for her. And it was very hard to do that in these last two films. Now, Force Awakens was okay for me. I like Force Awakens.
Okay.
I don't like Last Jedi because it just didn't feel like it should. I don't know. The pacing was too slow for what it was trying to accomplish.
Yeah, okay.
And with Rey being as good as she is in this film, it makes up for it. Yeah. I'm glad that she's a Palpatine. I'm glad that she had that power all this time because she was connected to something that was that powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, it explains all the Mary Sue-ness, but we should have had that earlier.
I don't think she really needed that to
spots.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because
I don't mean like her being.
Anakin didn't have that.
Yeah, Anakin was just
except for his midichlorian stuff, I guess.
Right,
he's a slave.
Rey just has a high midichlorian count. That's it.
That's the midichlorians, man.
No, I like the connection too.
But
I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
because it also explains this ultra connection. She also has this pull to the dark side. Because when she goes and see, like, Luke gets freaked out in Last Jedi by Rey, man.
She's not afraid of the dark side, I guess.
Yeah, because she's born into it.
Yeah, do it. Anyway, so since we talked a little bit about, and you love Rey in this film.
Oh yeah. I think she really. This movie's kind of like a long version of the trial that Luke had to do in the Dagobah swamp, where he had to, where he went in the cave and fought Vader. It's kind of like a lot of this movie seems to be like that for Rey, like her trial. Like she has to deal with all these. Yeah. Like she's the character who's kind of put through the ringer the most.
I gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we've mentioned the spoiler that she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. Palpatine coming back. I love Emperor Palpatine in pretty much every Star Wars movie he's in. It's why I can stomach my way through the prequels.
Yeah.
As long as it's at least once every like 2 or 3 years, I can do it.
Out.
But I love Palpatine. Ian
McDiarmid.
It's such a fantastic voice, a presence, and this, because I really feel like in the prequels when he becomes Palpatine, he looks really doofy.
Yeah.
And then they put him into Empire looking all doofy-faced again. Yeah. Not as scary. When I was a kid, I was scared of Palpatine. If I was a kid watching this movie, I would piss myself.
Man, he like shoots the fucking lightning. He's like wiping out fleets and shit.
Yeah, he's like looks ghastly and ghoulish and just so like.
And he has those orange eyes.
Yeah, he's the scariest he's ever looked, man.
This is I don't care how he didn't survive.
How he made it through.
How he made it through.
Well, apparently he cloned himself.
They do watch over that a lot.
You got the idea that he cloned himself because he's in the cloning.
He must have had the Geonosians make a clone of
himself.
So he could transfer himself into that body.
We're so stupid.
Oh well.
That's all it would have taken. Clone process was pretty bad though.
Because I think didn't they went there like tubes with like failed clones in them?
There were failed
Snokes.
Snoke was a clone.
Well, maybe Snoke. So Snoke was like a puppet, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I know that's not what they wanted. Because I'm pretty sure that
I think it's what they wanted because.
But Palpatine is clean, so I mean,
Palpatine's badass in this film. He's so good. Like I remember when the movie first started, and they get right the fuck to it.
Yeah,
like right to Palpatine, right?
Yeah,
and so. You said something like that was fast, and I was like, "Oh, this movie's just going to be like." And there
had to be fast.
There is a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah,
but the way it's paced, it's fun, it's humorous, it's adventurous.
Yeah, I got a lot of laughs out of me.
I laughed.
It's a lot more adventurous than Last Jedi. I think that's one of the reasons why people didn't connect so much with that film. Because you lose that sense of adventure. Because the movie's so filled with dread. Now I liked that because it was something.
Well, it's like Empire was like that too.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that.
but
Empire
was
still-
dark.
Everybody was
But
on the
still was
run.
Empire did still have adventure
It
though,
was
because they were like
adventure.
going through the asteroid
Yeah.
belt. But you're right, the whole movie they're on the run. I mean, I think all three of these movies are kind of spiritually succeeding the
Yeah.
original trilogy in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
I mean, it even kind of ends where it ended in the farm,
I
and
wanted-
well, they didn't end on Endor, but it was in the Endorian system or whatever, right?
Yeah, I thought it was weird they name a system after a moon.
yeah. I didn't want the wub-nub.
Aren't the planets named Endor too? Someone was
I
telling
don't
me
know.
that.
No,
Maybe.
Somebody out there
it's
watching
the
this
forest
video.
moon of Endor, so it could be other moons of
Okay,
Endor.
okay. Because
I don't
somebody out there watching this video is a super expert on this shit. They read all the books. They watched all the Ewoks movies.
Yeah.
You know,
I
what
like
I'm
that they
saying?
threw the Ewoks in there at the last.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was nice. It was nice to see some big returns
Man,
coming in.
do the fan service. That's what we want. We're fans. We
Well,
want to
yeah,
see this.
but like Brooke said, it was fan service. It also was story service. It served. The
It
story,
was. It
you
served
know?
the story
I
very
think they
well.
had this Palpatine stuff kind of planned out. I think that they were misleading in Last Jedi because they wanted Rey to feel so hopeless. What's more hopeless than realizing that there's nothing special about you, right? And so, but then it was cool because when she finds out that there is something special and unique about her, it's actually really effed up and kind of scary.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think about Palpatine in this film, man?
Well, I loved him, and I really do like Palpatine. Like, even though he doesn't do a whole lot in either trilogy,
Mhm.
he does more in the prequel trilogy, I think.
Yeah, he actually does.
But he's not the Vader. He's the guy behind Vader.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
the presence that's in
And
every
like they're at
single
the
one
middle of
these
this
films.
movie, he's gone for a long time.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, you're like, oh yeah, that's right, it's
Oh,
Palpatine.
And I'm like,
It's
originally
not-
I was like, oh, he's going to be on some kind of like throne,
Yeah.
that's going to be like injected into him. But he's on that like fucking.
He's like an arm.
That's
mechanical
so
arm.
so cool. It's like
Yeah.
he's a toy, a doll that got
Is he
dangled
like,
in a crane game.
maybe the clone he made has to be on life support or something.
Now, did he make a clone? Because if he made a clone, wouldn't he make a healthy clone? Wouldn't he
Well,
try to
maybe
put
he
himself?
couldn't. Like the.
Because he's so twisted
The
and
way
evil.
they have it, it looks like he's the
I think
guy
it's
that
actually
fell.
him.
That's him.
Yeah, because he's missing his
He's
fingers.
missing fingers.
He's
He's bad,
blind.
yeah.
Like
He's a
I don't
mess.
think he
so
cloned
you
himself.
think he fell
Snoke is
into
the clone.
the engine or whatever, but survived?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Darth Maul survived being cut in half.
Yes.
So why not?
And he knew. Have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yes.
Hmm.
Not even
Sounds like a made-up story.
Not if you're a Jedi. Anyway,
I guess I won't question that. I guess.
I love it. Poe and Finn.
Yeah.
I really like both of them in this movie, and like you were saying, it's that chemistry. They're all three in the movie together a lot.
It's a lot.
Finn and Poe really have that dynamic. I love Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this cat in so many movies.
Yeah.
It just blows me away. In fact, the only reason why I can stomach through X-Men Apocalypse at least once every 5 years. But I think he's
I
a
can't
brilliant
believe that
actor.
much.
I feel like he had less to do in this one, but it was
Yeah.
cool to see him step up in that leadership role. Nobody flies an X-wing like Poe Dameron. Nobody. He's like
and
Fast
even when he was flying the
Yeah.
Falcon in the beginning, doing those
He
light
was.
speed skits,
He was
great. He was great.
maneuvers.
I really like
Yeah.
Finn's journey too. Finn didn't have as much of a like.
An
I think
arc that he
Finn really
needs.
kind of completed his journey in Last Jedi when he defeated
Yeah.
Phasma,
Bruh.
right? And
well, he found the other deserter clones.
yeah, and he
deserter
felt like
troopers.
I'm not the only one. I'm
Yeah.
not alone, and that was
Right.
really cool. So I liked Finn. I liked Poe in the movie.
Right.
It was Rey centric.
Very great. It needed to be.
The Palpatine threat. Now let's talk about Kylo Ren. Y'all know I'm a Kylo Ren guy. In fact, I wish I could force pull that lightsaber over here. I think Kylo Ren's the best. So there's a part of me that's kind of pissed that he went through the typical Anakin redemption thing, sacrificing himself basically for Rey, throwing away his saber. But you know what? No, it's fine. Because it's a nice redemption the way they're handling it, right?
Well, he did more too. Like all Vader really did was throw Palpatine over
Over
the
the side.
Yes.
That's it.
Like
I mean,
Ren
like,
fights
yeah.
beside her. at the
Yeah.
end.
And how they transfer that lightsaber. She puts her hand behind her back with the lightsaber.
Yeah, I thought that was a
Yeah,
neat-
that's
And then Kylo Ren
trick.
picks it up, or he's been solo.
I mean, that's
now.
like a new thing we've never seen,
That's
right?
so cool. Yeah,
To
yeah.
teleport
But they
something.
were
But it
called
makes
a
Well, they had that
dyad.
connection. Remember,
They
because
have
he
a-
would tear the
they're called a
necklace
dyad.
off of her.
Yeah, they've slowly
neck and
built that
stuff.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought that was
They're
stuff
two
super
sides.
cool.
They're two sides of the same coin. From what Palpatine was saying,
Yeah.
it's called a dyad, where you never had it in this lifetime, where you have someone that's full of light and full of dark at the same time in that same area, and that's why he was able to draw their life force to heal himself. Because at first he thought he was gonna have Rey kill her,
Yeah.
and then he possesses her. So either way, he was gonna win. And the way they did it, the way it was portrayed for this, I loved it. I love that they've always had this connection set up through these movies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they planned it out the way they've done it.
I mean, that's why they have all that stuff going on in The Last Jedi.
Man,
I mean, that's where the connection starts really getting, like, built up, you know? Because in the first movie, there ain't no connection. Now, I'm a huge Kylo Ren fan. I think he's a great villain. He's a conflicted villain. I love the idea that he's fighting against the light side, you know? So obviously he succumbs to it, and that's cool, and I like that redemption idea. I love that he got his mask back in this movie.
Yeah, I do too.
It's all, like, scarred up, you know, with the cracks and everything, and they're glowing that red. It looks so fucking cool. Yeah. I love that he's rolling with the Knights of Ren. He's got a crew now. He's got his crew back. You know? Yeah. So he's just he don't give two F's about. I love the moment where he punks out Hux, where he's like, I sense some discontentment about my mask or whatever. He's like, oh no. Hux, such a little bitch, but you know,
he was, man. He went out like a. Oh,
but
man,
that's what happens to those like pasty white like imperial like, you know,
imperial officers are like always in threat of
but they're
being killed by their superiors.
Yeah.
They're always you know, every British white kid in every movie that you've hated, that's what they grow up.
That's the villain. Yeah.
My dad's going to kick your ass. Anyway,
it's like I'm glad they made us feel better about him dying though by having him be like, oh, I'm not doing it to help you. I'm just doing it to fuck over Kylo Ren.
Yeah. That was a really terrible delivery on that line, by the way, for that. But I like that. You know, bring it all full circle. I like the old dude from old crazy man from Hudson Hawk. Yeah. One of the villains from Hudson Hawk's in this movie.
Yeah, it's oh god,
I can't remember his name.
Price or something. But he's General Pride. He's General Pride in this movie. I keep forgetting his name. Jonathan Pryce? No, that's not Jonathan Pryce. I'm sorry, Jonathan Pryce. I said your name. But you know, he was great. He was menacing. He's a typical Empire guy.
He's a Tarkin.
He's Tarkin.
He's more of a Tarkin.
And he was doing it really well.
And he was able to handle Kylo Ren. And but Kylo Ren, like the voice, I loved having that mask back on.
He needs that mask. He needs that mask.
I loved how badass he was. I love the Knights. I wish we could have known more about the Knights of Ren. But I guess there's books and shit.
Yeah,
I think there's a book about him or something.
And plus,
there's the comic that just comes out. But I really, you couldn't fit that in.
They couldn't fit. No way.
Maybe you could have fit it in the previous two. Yeah. But anyway, that. You know, regardless. Kylo Ren to me, I like the ending. I like the story with Rey against Palpatine. I like all of that. That's just, to me, is just, I love it. I love it so much. What do you think about Kylo?
I think he's probably the most complex Star Wars villain so far.
Yeah.
And he's certainly one of the most interesting ones. And, you know, I don't think he has the presence of Vader.
Yeah.
But, you know, he has more depth to him than Vader did.
Yeah, there's way more.
Vader was very much like, you know, a very kind of one note
evil
type guy, like, you know, move forward, destroy, forward, destroy. But Ren is a little more. He's more conflicted too.
He was literally, Darth Vader is the Dark Invader, and so that's like straight up what he was doing. He was just this force, right? This Imperial force coming in invading, right? Kylo Ren is someone that's more like. You know, because even in his name, and this is why I kind of could piece together from when Force Awakens was about to come out that he was connected to Han Solo. It was because Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, Han Solo, Kylo Ren. You see, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, this stuff's really cool. Really cool. Leia. So we know Carrie Fisher passed away while they were filming this. And you can tell where they ran out of footage.
Actually. The footage that they have is from Force Awakens. They used a lot of her. Like,
they did that really well towards the beginning of the film because you couldn't really tell, but then you could tell
because you run out of dialogue.
Because she does that whole and she does the whole thing where it's so confusing when it happens when she decides she's going to give up her life to try to reach Kylo Ren one more time, and then apparently she uses her powers to bring Han Solo back, and so we have Harrison Ford talking to Kylo, and that was a great moment to actually have that scene.
Yeah, I didn't mind that at all. Like,
it did feel very confusing when it first happened.
You know, he did kill his father, so we would have more probably conflicting emotions about seeing him than you would his mother.
Yeah, and it's a parallel of the scene from Force Awakens.
It is exact parallel, and the way he throws his lightsaber after this conversation.
Yeah,
the thing he should have done in the first one. You know, at least have him good for a little bit, and then make him evil in maybe Last Jedi, make him turn right back.
Oh, I liked
didn't
having
have a
straight up
redemption.
evil to begin.
But-
I liked that. I like finding
I
out
liked
why.
him straight evil. No, I liked him straight evil. And Force Awakens when he does that bolt or
Oh,
when
yeah,
that
that's badass.
thing and he freezes it. That's the best part. I'm like, oh my god, I'm scared of him.
I love his voice
You
when
know,
he's wearing that helmet, man.
He needed that helmet the whole time though. But I like Kylo Ren. I like Ben Solo.
Yeah.
I like Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's really
just
good, yeah.
pushes it, and I enjoy all of it.
And Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley did a great job.
Yeah.
Everybody did their job in this movie.
Yeah, what's Boyega? John Boyega? Yeah.
Man,
this is my favorite. Like, to me, Finn wasn't whiny or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like Finn was just a little whiny in some of the other two movies, which I'm not against having a whiny character in a Star Wars movie. There's pretty much one in every single
He was
one.
the character who was kind of out of his element.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But he really is in his element in this, and it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that confidence, you know. Leia being there, that's cool. And, you know, it sucks that they weren't able to really fully do what they wanted to do.
Right.
Having Harrison Ford pop back in, having Mark Hamill pop back in, that was great.
It's how a Star Wars movie should have been. Now is a lot of missed opportunities in this film. They could have had the original three together, at least in one scene, to do something.
Yeah.
To make
Even
it
at
feel
the
that
end,
way. Even at the
when
end,
Daisy sees
yeah,
the Force
she
Ghost of
sees-
Luke and Leia.
You can at least see Han, but Han's not a Force Ghost.
Yeah, but why didn't we see Ben?
True.
Should have saw Ben. Because Ben's in Jedi hell, I bet.
Yeah.
They're like, sorry, you killed too many people.
Yeah. But so did Vader.
So did Vader.
So did Vader.
Sharing a cell with
Star
Anakin.
Killer, though, bigger deal. They kill
Yeah.
whole planets.
Yep.
Kylo kill whole... I think Kylo's body count's bigger than Vader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Well,
thinking maybe not by what actual physical kills.
I mean,
but
he killed
kill
people for,
orders
like,
responsible.
years, like 19 years of like murder.
Yeah, you're right. Vader killed way more people. Probably. But I don't know. They kill what? Like the Star Killer base kill what? Like
It
five
killed like
planets.
5 planets.
Star Killer base
They
lame
blew
though.
up.
It's weak.
Yeah.
You know what's actually cooler than
Weak
Star Killer
sauce.
base? A bunch of Imperial Star Destroyers with a giant like miniaturized death cannon
That
on it.
that felt like
planet.
a bigger threat than the Death Star. Really, like,
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
fucking gigantic. It's like huge.
They're
ass
still
fleet of them.
huge.
I have always been more impressed with the Star Destroyers because,
Yeah.
you know, you
They're
can't just
mobile.
go in there and like, you know, drop a bolt of plasma in like a hole and blow it up,
Right.
you know?
And all your stuff's right there.
Yeah.
All your general contractors working on
Yeah.
it.
I like this film. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it.
We highly encourage you to check it out. Like, really, really.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to spoil any more than what we've done.
We spoiled the whole
We
movie.
spoiled the whole movie, but, you know, why not?
No, I thought it was good. Let's get to the
Well, it's
ratings. Out of 5 possible you digs, Jelani, what do you give The Rise of Skywalker?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll give it a 4.
Nice.
I'm going to give it a 4 because it's almost the way I want it, because this could have been our trilogy. And I'm still bringing back Last Jedi. I think Last Jedi is too much for what it was. It drug this film down. It made this film not be the film I wanted to see.
Okay.
I wanted to see a trilogy of member berries. I want to remember this stuff. I love Star Wars.
You need to borrow the
progress.
Blu-rays.
But yeah, no, I got Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Well, when do we start talking about the Last Jedi again?
Oh, man.
We go back to it because of this. I'm gonna watch
context.
this movie again. I'm gonna watch this movie again. I know I'm gonna tell others to watch this film. I feel bad that I was swayed by other things that happened in that other movie for me not to try and enjoy this one, and it was spoiled for me. And I'm kind of mad that most of the things were right.
Yeah.
Most of the things were very right. And I don't care because I saw it. And when I saw it, it didn't matter to me.
I seen it.
I seen it.
We seen it.
And it was good. So I give it a 4.
4 out of 5. Very respectable. That's an
Yeah,
A.
I'll watch it again,
That's an A,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. It's good. If we were doing it out of 10, that'd be an 8. If we were doing it out of 20, that'd be an 18. 16.
Yeah.
16. Anyway,
We don't
Crooks,
do math here.
out of 5 possible you digs, what do you give Rise of Skywalker?
I'd give it a 4-2.
4?
Yeah.
A 4-2?
Yeah. 4-2.
4-2.
7, 8, 9.
Ah, you're doing that PCP math again. 4 as well.
Yeah.
Very solid rating. Why 4?
Well, It's good. I'd have to watch it again. I really enjoyed it, but I feel it did have a few problems that kind of bogged it down a little bit.
Okay.
So,
but not too many because of 4.
Yeah. I think overall though,
the 5 should be rare, right?
It rose above.
Oh,
it's rose.
It walked in the sky, even. All right, 4. I'm 4. Holy crap, 4.
Yeah.
That's rare. Yeah, I go 4 as well because it's good. It's not the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's to me one of and like Brooke said, we've only seen this one so far.
Yeah, just once.
But right now, I would put it top 5 Star Wars films. Like I really like it.
Yeah,
I really like
too.
it. I like it better than any of the prequels.
Yeah.
I like it better than Return of the Jedi.
I don't like it as much as Revenge of the Sith.
I like it better than Return of the Jedi. I like it better than Force Awakens.
Okay.
I don't know if I like it better than Empire.
Empire is the best movie ever.
I might like...
No, you can't like this movie better than Empire.
Yeah,
No, but I don't know
sacrilege.
if... Empire's the best.
Empire's the best.
I don't know. I might like this movie better than Last Jedi. But I think I gave Last Jedi a really high review. Yeah. But on the revisit, it is bogged down by some pacing issues.
Yeah, it's slow
I
as
really
crap.
like Rise of Skywalker. I'm giving it 4 out of 5, and that's a very solid score. In fact, 4, 4, and 4 for an average of...
Fantastic Four.
The Fantastic Four. You know what that means? That means we were all right.
We're all right!
Anyway, out of 5 possible you digs, what do you give The Rise of Skywalker? Let us know in the comments below, and let us know why. Thank you so much for checking out the video. We got more movie reviews coming in 2020. We're excited for Top Gun. No, I don't know if we're going to do that one. What was that other trailer we saw today? Tenet we're going to do.
Tenet we're going to do.
Tenet's dope.
We
Mulan.
Mulan looks awesome.
Looks good. That Bad Boys movie.
Bad Boys for Life.
Maybe you can.
I'm watching it.
Y'all can solo that one.
I'm watching that one.
I don't like Bad Boys.
We're the bad boys.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You're
one.
a good boy.
Killing me,
We'll see what happens, though, right? Anyway, thank you so much. Lots of cool, fun, and excitement still here for the holiday season. Happy holidays from us at the PCP crew. We really do appreciate it. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This has been
Jelani Bullard.
This has been
Brooks.
We are the PCP Army. Join us over at Facebook at the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group, PCP Army. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. You dig?